speakers tonight because they got me back, forth, back. But let's give LaDonna Johns and I will go ahead. And listen, when you talk about reviving the village, we have to talk about our seniors because they showed up that day and they was there. Give our seniors a round of applause. We know that we have a senior service center that is second to none. Matter of fact, when people talk about emulating different programs that we have in the city of East Orange, people across the state come and watch what we're doing. Let's give Rita Butts a round of applause. I'm not rushing it, but one thing I know that when I do become a senior, when June kicked me out the house, I can go over to the senior building and be a part of the activities. But let me just share with you, our seniors are not just being involved in just the day-to-day operation at the senior building, they are participating. Just last year, 2022, our seniors participated in the New Jersey Senior Olympics. Not only did they take 19 gold medals, 19 silver medals, and 19 bronze medals. Let's give them a round of applause. We also made sure that our seniors connect with the new wave of electronics. We distribute more than 800 tablets with Wi-Fi hotspots. Here in the city of East Orange, we are bridging the digital device right here in this city. Matter of fact, don't be alarmed if one of these seniors and you're trying to Facebook them and ask them to be their friend. They're learning this Facebook stuff in the city. Yeah, there you go. So listen, also when we talk about wellness calls, under the mayor's office, we are making weekly wellness calls out to our seniors. We're not waiting till things happen in the city of East Orange. We're reaching out to our seniors and making sure that if there's anything that from the mayor's office that we can offer or provide, we're doing that. We know how important it is to make sure that our seniors and everyone here in this community is aware of what's going on. We are making sure that we're setting a standard in the senior care for many years here in the city of East Orange. And the quality of life of our residents of East Orange continue to be a top priority here in our administration. But let me talk about that for a minute when we talk about the quality of life here in the city of East Orange. We're very proud of an initiative that we dove into on day one of my administration. And one of the things we wanted to do, because we heard the calling of most folks say, you know, Mayor, we don't see you elected officials until it's an election. No. We changed that narrative. We started an initiative called Mayor on the Block. And Mayor on the Block became a household name. But Mayor on the Block wasn't just for us to go on the block and bounce around. Mayor on the Block was an opportunity for us to connect the administration with our residents. And not only that, it gave us an opportunity to see what was out there. We know for a fact that when we walked in the doors of the City Hall, that there was over 900 properties offline. 900. And when we talk about rolling up our sleeves, getting the job done, I can't thank property maintenance and DPW, our police department, our fire department, our health department. We all got out there and we walked. Now, from a result of that walking and talking and taking inventory of what we had out there, And Councilman Gomez came out with me about a month or 2 months ago. And as we walk today, from those 900 properties being offline, we are down to right now only 190 properties are vacant and abandoned. And what did that mean? That means that we understood that we had to get the work. And we got the work. When you drive around this city and look at the teen streets now, prime example, Stockland Place. We walked Stockland Place back in 2018. There was over 8 to 9 houses vacant and abandoned. Walk on Stockland Place today, you see no abandoned housing on that block. That means people are watching us. That means people are growing and coming into our city. I quite often tell people, when we work together, we get things done. And by bringing those properties back on the tax roll, we generated approximately $3 million in revenue for East Orange. But we didn't finish there. Our property maintenance department, who has been doing a phenomenal job in making sure that we attack some of the blighted and dilapidated properties here in the city of East Orange. But not only that, those individuals who choose to not stay in compliance, we are going after those individuals. Because we believe that when you are a homeowner or a renter in this community and you take care of your property, we're expecting everybody else to take care of their property. I want to thank Eladio and his team. Let's give them a round of applause for what they do each and every day. Now, that comes with working hand to hand with our DPW team. Now, our DPW team has been doing a phenomenal job out there around the city. I just want to share with all of you, we have $52 million in public infrastructure money right now and projects. We have a $4.4 million streetscape project on Main Street. When you start to look at the Brick Church project, you're starting to see Main Street is starting to look a little different. Am I right? I gotta hear y'all, because this is a TED's talk. Am I right? You're starting to see trees planted and the sidewalks done. And we're very proud of that. But we're not even stopping there, East Orange. We're making sure that our parks, our city council, our DPW, we just invested $18 million in our parks. We talked about making sure that the new Columbia Park down in the 5th Ward, if you haven't been down there, you gotta go. It's a state-of-the-art park that's in the 5th Ward, not only with a new track, a new football field, Wi-Fi. We have every necessity, handicap accessible, ADA. And we're gonna continue, yes, and we're gonna continue to make sure that people in our community are able to go out and enjoy open space, because you should. But again, we didn't stop there. We have a $25 million fire headquarters coming in the city of East Orange. We also invested $11 million in renovation to our East Orange Public Library. Get that a round of applause. Now we're investing with our new director of the library. We've been making sure that we're opening up the other 2 libraries in the AMP section and also in the Elwood section. Now, I know there's a big elephant in the room. We're going to talk about what DPW is doing. Paving and milling across the city, right? We have covered. East Orange is 3.9 square miles. So that's like 80 miles of road in our community. As of today, we covered over 25% of paving and milling in our city. And not only that, we talk about potholes. We have covered over 400 potholes in the city of East Orange. So we're working. I'll give our DPW department a round of applause. Our DPW department has been cleaning up throughout this city. But guess what, East Orange? We can't do it alone. We are driving a mission that when it comes to keeping our city clean, we need your voice. We need your help to keep our city clean like we was at the national level, where we were one of the national cleanest city in the country. And we can get back there. And we get back there because all of us have to work together. I do want to give a big shout out to Rupert Bell and his team tonight, but also, yes, give them a round of applause. I want to give these individuals a round of applause. We have 4 DPW workers who participated in the snowplow competition. I know nobody in this room want to hear about snow right now, right? But you also want to commend our men for doing a fine job. I'm gonna ask all those individuals to stand up and let's give them a round of applause for making these storms #1. Ladies and gentlemen, you quite often hear me say we're bridging the gap and that we are bridge builders. Just a few, last year, I had an opportunity to go down to Ruskin, Florida. And we talk about bridging the gap with our young people from the past to the present. It's a lady who I was so honored to be in her presence. We made way down to Florida just to meet this lady, Miss Gladys Blunt. I want y'all to look at this video and understand why it's important for all of us in this room to make sure that our young people understand the past and making sure that we become the present.